Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his fourth NFL season, Jordan Love.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
Love's throw brought in by Watson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the Raiders have got him. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Love now. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Love. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first carry for the all-pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Garoppolo. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They will run the draw with Jacobs. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
But we got used to seeing Devontae Wyatt do that when he was at the University of Georgia. Played sparingly as a rookie with Green Bay as he made the adjustment to the NFL. Expect a much bigger role for him if he continues to produce plays like that.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Now the rookie Jaden Reed deep for the Packers. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now,
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Love.
And this one is incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Caught by Mayer.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. It's caught here by Adams. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. Love. His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of the defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 18.
Love back to it here after the pick 6. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Now Love.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On 1st down, Garoppolo trucks over it, and that's complete to Adams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, now Garoppolo. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action. Love to throw. That one caught downfield by Watson. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Now the 4th-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing. Love. That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Here is 3rd and 5. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Garoppolo on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Desmond Ridder, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory #1. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown catch in the victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Devontae Wyatt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas.
And he's able to get it out of there.
Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7. Love with a give to Dillon. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Off the option, it's Jones. Taken down at the 30.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Love going to give this one to Jones. A beautiful fake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Love looking to throw it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Garoppolo, a pass complete to Myers. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Garoppolo. The left side throw complete to Adams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1. Jacobs going to try the middle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now Garoppolo.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference. And he
is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Nixon. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Love now. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw now. Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Love. Short throw to Musgrave. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Merritt. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Garoppolo now. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Packers' 8-yard line.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on.
But Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to saw one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Max Crosby bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Now Love. Got Dobbs over the middle.
Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
1st down, going to the air with Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
And he returns this to the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw is Garoppolo.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Love. Watson making the catch.
Fighting through, he's got space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Well, plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Oh, man, that could wind up being the key play of the ball game right there. Defensively here, you know they've got no timeouts. You've got to keep them away from the sidelines. Here, not only do they get the big yardage, but they get out of bounds as well.
Here's 1st and 10. Love.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10. Here's Love.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like they're really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
Here's Love. Musgrave's got it out right.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Love. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now.
Down 28-27, 37 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Open man, that's Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Well, that clock had run awfully low. Now, obviously, no hesitation. Bring out the field goal unit, try to win it.
And no one happier about that clock stopping than the field goal unit. Now, they can take their time, get set, and try and execute what they need for the game-winning field goal.
And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skip on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, Parker, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it.